Oh, it's not been a great day for whatever's going on here. I'm sorry. I was just sitting here. I looked over and realized nothing was happening on the stream output anymore. And then my router lights were all like off. So I just restarted it, but I have lost the game I had going against James there. I mean, I think we were in position to maybe eke out a win there. I don't know. So hopefully you all are coming back. We're now 2 losses, 3 wins. I'm going to try to finish out this run of the draft. Probably going to be ending the stream after this next match or two, win or lose here, just because it's getting close to dinner time and I got other stuff. So this has been fun, but the technical issues here have been somewhat frustrating. I appreciate everyone who's hung in there with me, and I'm sad that all that chat that I was trying to catch up on there was now lost to the void because the whole stream just quit, and YouTube was like, "Oh, you're not sending us any more data, so we'll just end it." So now I gotta launch this all over again. But here we are. Remember, friends, you can't always choose what happens to you in life, but you can choose how you react to it. So we're just going to keep going on here. We've got, I like when you have 3 lands in hand and the Beanstalk Worm, because you get to play all 3 of those on by turn 3. And then you follow it up with Rhystic Study. This is great. All right, so hopefully James can forgive us. I want a rematch against him at some point. We're going to go Worm, plant Beans. Favorite, there's now a magic spell literally named plant beans, guys. Like that's canon. You can plant beans in Magic. Do with that information what you will. Opponent on a white green, slumbering keep guard enchantment package here. When an enchantment enters a battlefield under your control, scry 1 and pay 3. He gets +1/+1 till end of turn for each enchantment you control. That's great. All right, we didn't pick up a 4th land. That's a problem. But I think we can use Return to the Wilds to search for a basic, and we'll make a human. We're going to want 2nd island here, I think. Very magical, planting beans. Yeah, this board is cool. There seems to be one animated bit up here in the corner. If you click on the little pie, it turns into like a hungry mouth, but I haven't found anything else that oh, just kidding. There's a little pop-up tab here that you can drag that is probably hidden behind my face, so sorry, you can't see it. It's just a little Ashiok and Ariat kind of slide out from behind the thing there. So I think we're gonna Rhystic Study, and then I don't know, do I want to freeze this Vigilant Knight for a couple turns? Yeah, I don't really want either of those. Farmers must be the most amazing wizards. I mean, making food does require a certain amount of magical touch, I got to admit. Alright, so I guess it's the 2 corners, right? It's just the little food thing and then a little Ariat Ashiok. I feel like this beanstalk should do something, but oh well. Alright, so they sacrificed their hopeful vigil so that their Knight of Doves would make a bird. Okay. I think we're about to spend 5 to play our reaching Beanstalk Worm. Yep. Alright, so that'll hold off any air attacks. They have an edge wall in. Okay. So they picked white for that. And they have Hilda's Crown, which they can use to tap a creature, but they don't have any mana to tap my worm yet. Or do they? What? Oh, it costs 1 less to activate during their turn. Ah, just kidding. So yeah, they didn't have to pay anything. All right, we're taking 2. Do we prism here? So we could do Extraordinary Journey with X being 1. It doesn't seem to do it for us, so we'll just wait. I mean, I might as well attack with these because they're just going to tap it down on my turn anyway. Okay, so they give up their keep guard. That's fine. Opponent down to just 2 cards in hand. Bunch of lands in play. So this crown... Yeah, they're going to pay for that. They can pay 1 and tap. Oh, they're not going to pay. They're going to let me draw a card. How kind of them. Okay. Is that because they wanted the 4 to also play this the same turn? No, they just wanted to keep all their mana up. All right. So I'm thinking we do the champion with a bargain. We give up our prophetic prism. Really like prophetic prism in this format, in this set. Like the fact that it draws a card when you play it, and then it's just something that's hanging around to be bargained. Or it can help, you know, fix your colors early on if you need that. It's just a good, solid inclusion here. Good reprint. All right, so we're going to try to squash this knight before he makes any more doves. We get there. Okay. And then no attacks here. I'm just going to hold on a minute. And I really like Agatha's Champion going into Unnatural Growth because he becomes an 8/8 trample, which not a lot can answer that, right? We can also just use this journey to wipe out their tokens. And or that. Or get rid of this crown, because otherwise they're going to start tapping down our guys. Or just keep tapping down our guys. So let's do that. Let's pop the crown. They can activate it in response. Uh-huh. And now I'm going to curse their fox and tap it. And now my 4/4 with trample can go either over their 2/2 or just do 4 to the face. Okay. So I'm trying to remember how much bargain stuff we actually have in the deck. Like I know the champion is in here. I try to save something for him, but like, do we need this food for anything else? Or should I just get life out of it? Opponent with a Rhyme Fur Reindeer, 4 mana 3/4. When an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, tap. So they have like a nice little tap down kind of thing going. Haven't seen any blue yet. The real payoffs are like that blue, white, uncommon, or will, right? He gains you life, or yeah, he has something to do with gaining life and tapping stuff down. All right, opponent in for 3, so that negates the food life we just gained, but that's okay. So we'll put down the Unnatural Growth here. Turn our champion into an 8/8 with trample. I mean, I guess we can attack with both and really force the issue. That feels aggressive. I probably should have held back. Counterspell? Not a counterspell. Would have been great if that... Oh, that's our other bargain card is the counterspell that we can bargain to make cheaper. That would have been helpful to pick up right then, but, like, I'm fine. So I guess we could have also used Extraordinary Journey to exile our own champion, because then we get to cast it. We could have bargained again and like fought something else again. I guess that's a synergy we could watch for. I hadn't really thought about that. All right, this is gonna hurt. They're gonna tap down our last blocker. I plan to do more streams going forward, whether playing or maybe having live lore discussions. I think so. I think once my daughter goes back to school and she's not home during the day, it's much easier to get a nice quiet environment where I can like focus and do an extended live stream, and I'll work on the technical whatever. Because it's hard when you have a kid home like all summer and she wants to do stuff and there's lots of noise in the house. It's much easier to be like, okay, I need 1 hour of quiet so I can record something and then we'll hang out or whatever. But all right, so I think I want to get this board back under control. So we're gonna blink out everything. Get in there for 12. And our opponent is now down to 3. And they can replay the stuff we exiled, but we'll get to draw some cards, or they just concede. There we go. Just want to say I love your channel. Can't believe Ristic Study is in this format. Yeah, it's one of those Enchanting Tales bonus cards that can show up during a draft, and we were lucky enough to snag one, but it is mythic rare, and you know, there's what is it, like 60 something different possible Enchanting Tales, so the odds of you getting a Ristic Study pretty slim, but when you have one, it works out great. My advice is, if you're drafting Wilds of Eldraine, draft the Ristic Studies. Okay, family should always come before work, or fan interactions. I mean, yes and no, right? Like, yeah, I gotta do stuff, but I try to structure or pick stuff that I can do while she's home. That's a little bit more low impact. But now that she's, again, going to be going back to school, and it's going to be a little quieter around the home front, I would love to do more live streams. You know, I have one webcam mounted up there, and I just ordered, and it just arrived. I have a second one, so I can mount that for like pack openings, or what is playing paper magic on like the spell table. We could do spell table games. I don't know, but I thought it would be helpful to have a second webcam because I only have the one. All right, 2 lands. Up the beanstalk. This has worked for us before. Surely we're not going to get punished here. All right, green white. They have their own fawn for ramping. We're going to go up, up, up. All right, we have found enough lands to last us a minute. So what do we like here? Our own ramp. I really want to get this dragon out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not yet. Are you one with Phyrexia? I don't think so. I think I'm Team Mirrodin. I get it. The Phyrexians are cool. They have a wonderful aesthetic, and people really like them. But I just think they're dirty and gross, and they're a threat to all the other cool characters and stuff that we have seen over the years. How worried are we about a Tale for the Ages? Enchanted creatures you control get +2/+2. Do I spider food that? Do I make a 2, 3, 4? Make a prodigy here? I think I do, because that gets me another draw. All right. So between him and the next turn, I think we get the dragon. At some point, we find a spot for unnatural growth. If you're going to stream more, what day and times are you going to do it? Oh, man, it's pretty hard to catch streamers live. Pretty good for me being in Europe. That was so offensive. I'm unsubscribing. Hey, again, the whole point is that Magic is a game of choices. And, I looked away for 1 second. What happened? What? Oh, they blocked up my thing, and they're gonna... Ah, man, so even if we crack this, or I get this back, it's gonna be a 0-1 now. That's